subsidiaries are a leading coal producer with significant operations in northern Appalachia, with over 3,500 employed by this energy-producing organization. Mr. Crutchfield is a member of the Board of Directors with the National Mining Association. He holds positions in the Kentucky, Virginia, and West Virginia Coal Associations. Mr. Crutchfield started his career in the coal industry right here in Wise County, and since has had over 20 years of experience in this industry. Mr. Crutchfield will be speaking to you today about the past, present, and future of Mountaintop Removal. Please join me, ladies and gentlemen, in welcoming Mr. Kevin Crutchfield. Take support.
All right, great. Thanks, Neil. My apologies. And far be it from me to stand between a hungry crowd and lunch. It looks like we're a little behind. I'll do my best to try to make good time to get through this. The subject of today is obviously Mountaintop Removal Mining, but I need to give you a little commercial on Alpha Natural Resources before we go too much further. We were formed in December of 2002, so we're a fairly new company, but many of the assets that make up Alpha Natural Resources have been around for a long, long time, including many assets and companies and people, coal mines right here in the vicinity where we are here today. In fact, our Virginia division employs about 1,000 people, maybe even a little more. We've got about $100 million of annual payroll, so we're have a strong position here in Southwest Virginia. As you probably know, we produce coal for the making of electricity as well as the manufacture of coke, which goes into the steel making process. We took the company public in 2005. We're listed on the New York Stock Exchange, ticker symbol is A&R. Since then, we've maintained a fairly steady production profile, as you can see on the chart here, but we've been able to grow our revenues considerably over the last few years. A large part of that's being driven by where we are in terms of the economy and the energy sector. We're the largest exporter of metallurgical coal in the United States. A lot of folks think of Alpha as a domestically domiciled company, and that we are, but we do have a fairly large international footprint. About 2/3 of our metallurgical coal products are exported. We shipped last year into about 20 different countries. We our natural markets are Eastern and Western Europe, South America, and of course the domestic steel business here in the United States. That looks a little bit like an airline hub map, but you can see the reach of the Virginia and West Virginia products spanning the expanse of the globe. All right, so moving on into the topic of today's discussion about energy and where we go. So the big question out there is still, do we still need coal? There's a lot of talk about life in a decarbonized environment. But what I would say is coal is our nation's most abundant, cost-effective energy resource and represents a large portion of our energy needs. That's not going to change in any material way anytime soon, at least that we can tell. There's a reason that the United States is referred to often as the Saudi Arabian coal. The responsible utilization of our tremendous coal resources is, simply put, in our estimation, a matter of national security. To envision a day where we've achieved the goal of energy independence, coal has to be an integral part of that equation. It's simply too big of a resource to ignore as we're trying to achieve this goal of energy independence for our nation. And incidentally, we've been working on that for nearly 30 years now. I think what we'll see in the future, some of which has been talked about today, but as it relates to coal, I think we'll see the proliferation of BTU conversion technologies. Coal liquefaction will be one of these, liquefying coal into other fuels. This technology has been around since the Second World War, and it's scalable on a very vast level based on technology that exists even today. I think the other thing we'll see is coal gasification, gasifying coal into different products. In fact, one of our local industries here on Kingsport, Tennessee Eastern, is a leader in this field already. And last but certainly not least, there's a lot of talk about life in a decarbonized world and what we're going to do with respect to legislation to mitigate the effects of greenhouse gases. Clearly a part of that is carbon capture and sequestration. It's talked about a lot, but I think if we're going to go that path, what we're going to have to do is dedicate the resources and the funds toward that effort to advance that technology faster. Because at the end of the day, coal has got to play a part of our energy future. So do we still really need coal? As you can see from this chart, coal represents about half right now of the nation's electricity needs. When you add coal, nuclear, and as we heard from Jerry, the natural gas component, that's about 90% of our electricity needs just for those three components. And it leaves about 10% now for other sources. And on a worldwide basis, coal represents about 40% of the globe's energy needs. I think the solution to our goal of energy independence is quite practically a combination of everything that's listed on this chart. There aren't any silver bullets in this equation. It's going to take advancements across all these sources, coupled with conservation and smart technology to solve our energy independence issue. It's really just that simple in our opinion. If you take a minute to listen occasionally to the anti-development movements, what you'll hear is, we don't want any more coal, we don't want any more nukes, we don't want liquefied natural gas, that was a big thing 2 or 3 years ago, we don't want to dam any more streams. We're going to handle it all through renewables and conservation. At the end of the day, that's an admirable goal. It's an easy goal to get behind. But the problem is when you look at renewables right now, I think Jim Mark talked about this earlier, they're about 2.5% today. Again, it's an admirable goal, and it's a great goal, but it's just simply not practical right now. We've got to think about this in a long-term way. And each one of these, I think, is going to play a role for our nation's energy future. And I think the second biggest question